Hello everyone, Mark here from connectme.ca, your #1 fitness studio digital marketing agency in Canada. Today I just wanted to show you a little sneak peek of our reporting dashboard and answer that one question that I always get asked about. So, what is more profitable, SEO or pay-per-click? So this dashboard here will show you exactly the answer to that question. So with SEO, there are a lot of different advantages of SEO. Now it's affordable in the long run, while PPC or pay-per-click gets your website to potential members. You end up paying for every click. So on the other hand, after the initial startup cost of SEO and content optimization, all visitors that interact with your website are basically free. So if you're looking at all this, direction requests, website clicks, phone calls for December so far, total visits of your websites, all these are all organic. So as you can see, that 611 visitors are all organic for July, 558. Now these are not paid at all. So if you're looking at paid, again, you start paying for every click that goes to your website. So the one thing that I always say to every fitness studio that are just starting out, invest in SEO first, because you see the advantages in your ROI after 6 months of being open. So that being said, organic SEO is stable. So if you're looking at all these stats right now, this particular client that works with us at Soul Martial Arts, so there are different factors here, such as the COVID, because COVID closed a lot of gyms down around April and May again, and there were about 9 people maximum of capacity in every single gym at the time, so no one was really looking. But by the time that they reopened again in June 15, as you can see that it went up, and then by July, as you can see that the organic visitors are 611. So that being said, November, December, what happened to this client is that they did a rebranding and they changed their name to Soul Martial Arts instead of P4P, which was the old name. So with that rebranding comes down with lower SEO again because it's a different domain. But anyways, what my point is that if you're looking at SEO, once we set up your SEO, it typically takes around 6 months to start seeing results. So look at that. We set up the SEO here around January, and then February, March, it started going up already. Then COVID hit with restriction issues, so that went down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that being said, there are again a lot of factors in here of what was happening here, which was getting people that are coming back to the gym again. So when people are coming back to the gym, it's like a January reopening in here. So that's a cumulative of reopening and at the same time organic SEO. So as you can see, that organic SEO worked for them. So again, I want to emphasize on and really investing on SEO for the first part when you're opening up your fitness studio. That being said, there are some drawbacks to SEO. Like again, it takes time to see results. So let's say that you spent, $10,000 in your website for the whole year. That $10,000, you're not really going to get a lot of return until the 6-month mark, because that's more of a long-term investment for you. Also, another drawback is that SEO requires regular maintenance. So in the back end, we're always doing this in the back end. We're looking at where are your leads coming from, making sure that your websites are optimized, which one are not optimized, and taking them out, and also renaming all of them. So for example, all of this martial arts classes in Markham, all this, if this keyword doesn't work, then we're gonna have to change that keyword and revise that website of yours or that page of yours to reflect the proper keyword so that you start showing up on Google. So SEO is time consuming, and that's why fitness studios use us We find that fitness studios, after around 100 members or so, they start coming to us with pay-per-click, but we always tell them, yeah, if you have extra money, go for pay-per-click right away. Otherwise, it is an investment for you, which it's not so bad. So I'm going to talk about that next. With pay-per-click PPC marketing, it is the process of paying for clicks to go to the top. So let's say, for example, here, this browser here is incognito. This incognito mode just means that your history is not saved, and it's not biased in terms of searching for search engines or using search engines to search for something. So I'm going to go ahead and search something that we have an ad about. So I'm going to go and search Lift Fitness Guelph. So as you can see here, this particular client of ours is paying for ads. So looks like my cash though knows that. There you go. So liftfitnessguelph.com/book. So we created this ad for Lift Fitness. So as you can see here, they are the first one every single time on top of their SEO. Their SEO is also done by us, so that's why they are on the first page. So here it is. My answer to your question, is it SEO or pay-per-click? Both. They are a bit different. So ads put you first, while SEO also puts you first, but ads always put you first in front of your SEO. But let's dig deep into pay-per-click and how that works. With pay-per-click, there are a lot of different advantages. So pay-per-click provides immediate results. So going down here with the pay-per-click, so for example here, for December, their ads here were just ending. So they spent $53 for 4 days. So as you can see that for 4 days, just 4 days. And they got 7 leads, which cost them about $7.5 per lead. They got 69 clicks. And so if that happens, you can get your money back pretty fast with pay-per-click if you get high conversion. So going back here, well, our client here at Lift Fitness is using Google Ads. Now, my point is that they are both showing at the same time. So that's more credibility for Lift Fitness here because they show up first. So now if I'm going to go and search Seoul Martial Arts in Markham, yeah, sure, they show up first, but let's say martial arts in Markham. Looks like no one is doing ads. So my point is, with no one doing ads, you're not going to see Seoul Martial Arts first. Some may have a better SEO than others, such as Seoul Martial Arts here. But if they were to have an ad, then they would be the first one. So let's try Lift Fitness Guelph here. Let's try Fitness Studio in Guelph, or personal training in Guelph. No, okay. Looks like we have to optimize that ad too. But my point being is that if you have both your ad and at the same time your SEO, you'll always show up first. With other drawbacks of pay-per-click, it can be expensive. So if I click this ad right now, this particular client of ours would pay $1 for me to click that ad, or $1.20 per click. So it's pretty expensive sometimes, because we find that it takes about 20 clicks to get 1 lead. But for example here, that's 69 clicks and they got 7. 69 divided by 7, it took about 10 clicks for them to get 1 lead. So really, it can be expensive at times as compared to SEO. If SEO, for example, if you spend 12,000 for the whole year and you divide it by 12, because that's 1,000 a month, and you get around, let's say, 29 direction requests and phone calls, so let's just say divided by 40, you can get around $25 per lead. But keep in mind that it is only the 8th of the month. So let's say that you spend $1,000 a month in your SEO and you get, let's go to November. So let's say you spend $1,000 a month and you get around 250 clicks in there. So that's divided by 250. And that means you're only paying about $4 per interaction in there. And so that's way cheaper in the long term if you're doing SEO. So with pay-per-click, it is still time consuming. That's one of the drawbacks, because all these campaigns take optimization. So what we do for you as a marketing agency is we optimize those ads for you every single time. So just like me right now looking at this and saying, I did not find personal training in Guelph, Ontario here, that's something for us to optimize right away. Because if we don't, well, obviously they are losing some leads in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and optimize that in a little while myself. And what else can I say is that pay-per-click sometimes have a fraud issue. What do I mean by fraud issue? So like for me example right now, if I click this ad, again, it's gonna cost them $1.20. So they pay for my click. So they're not really fraud. It's more like I'm wasting their money if I were to click this. So I'm not gonna click this one. Good thing though is that if Google knows that you have clicked that, you don't have to keep paying, you don't have to keep paying for that same ad if you keep clicking the same one, and Google knows you already because of cookies and your cache. So emphasis on that. If I click this right now, they paid that $1.20, but then if I click it again within a day or so, I'm not going to be able to, or they're not going to pay for that click again just because I already clicked that today. So that being said, how do you find out which one is the right one for you? With SEO, pay-per-click, and everything in between, how do you find out which one's the right one for you? So the only way that you can find out what's the right for you is really understanding where you are in the business. So if you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of money, I wouldn't even go for pay-per-click. I would start out with having your SEO right, your website right, and doing a lot of outreach. What I always tell everybody is that you have to have your foundation members of around 100 members, or a little bit less if your studio charges around $150 a month. So if your studio is charging $150 a month, basically that's 150 times about 100, right? That's 15,000 for you. So if your gym charges a little bit lower than that and your cost is a little bit lower, obviously your foundation members is a little bit less than that. If your cost is only around 5,000, then you only really need around 33 members, right? So anyways, that's part of our strategy calls when we talk to you in terms of budgeting and knowing where you are as a business. So when I talk to fitness studio owners, I say go with SEO first, because in the long term, as you can see here, it will benefit the results a little bit more for you. And then at the same time, you should be doing a lot of social media by yourself. So one thing that we do when we have a dashboard for you is we give you a Facebook overview, and Instagram overview. So these insights are, honestly, they are available to you. If you go through Facebook, you go through Instagram, these are available to you already. The only thing is that we provide a dashboard for you so you can see everything and know what to do by just looking at one dashboard. Once you're open up your own studio and you're just starting out, we highly suggest that you should grow your Instagram by yourself and your Facebook by yourself, because those are more organic, and the more organic your reach is to everyone around you, the more members you're going to get. So look for this, for example, happy birthday to Eric Flores here. So things like that have the most likes. So if you are engaging and doing social media yourself, it's always higher in the beginning. So we don't try to get you to outsource social media to us, not until you start getting more than, I would say, 15% engagement or click-through rate from your Instagram. So what do I mean by that? So going up here, so where your leads are coming from, as you can see here, Instagram is only 2. So at this time, we don't think that you should be doing any outsourcing any Instagram to us. The only thing that you should outsource to us sometimes is the content creation. So with managing Instagram though, we think that you should be doing it at this time. So that being said, my point is, the way that you get to know when to do SEO is you always do it in the beginning. And then when you have enough excess money to be able to grow your leads a little bit more, then that's when you start doing your pay-per-click. And to answer the question one more time, SEO or pay-per-click, both, but just in different stages. Well, I hope that I answered your question today, and hope to see you guys soon, and talk to us at connectme.ca/book. Bye for now.